everybody, Ramey here, and today I'm going to talk about creating a portfolio website. You can see my portfolio website in my background. This is my web page where I have all my stuff, all the information about myself. I want to talk about how you go about creating this thing. I want to talk a little bit about the content and stuff that you should have on it. Okay, so first of all, why do you have a portfolio website? Obviously, you're in some field like graphic design, instructional design, e-learning development, multimedia development, computer programming, or maybe just another field and you want a portfolio website. I totally get it. I believe, I've done videos why all college students should have a website, why there should be a basic website design class for them. So they should all have it on their resume when they're leaving, their graduation. But, okay. But you want one, you're here to say like, well, how do I do this? What do I do? Okay. So my first two things, if you're a computer programmer, like an HTML web developer, you're going to develop the site yourself using all HTML, hand code it. That's what I've done on my site. That's what you're probably going to do. But if you're not a web developer, that's not your area of expertise, or you just don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. You know what? There are so many good, inexpensive options out there for you that provide great looking, beautiful templates to create a website that work on the computer and look beautiful on the mobile device. So you're going to go to one of those services. Some example services include Squarespace, Weebly, Wix, WordPress, and there are others out there too, but those are some of the main ones I've seen some just great sites developed on. I've used those services and there are templates that can do a really good job. I've seen students that know nothing about web development just create some beautiful products with those sites. Cost is relatively inexpensive. Figure you're going to pay anywhere from around $100 a year, give or take, for your own website. And for, their template. Now, you're going to ask, well, Wix and some of these sites have a free version. You can use those too, and I would kind of start with the free version to get a feel for what their service is like and maybe compare a few of them. But I think ultimately it's worth buying your own domain name. Like I own raypastor.com. It's worth buying a name so you can have it on your resume. Okay. So you know where to go. You're going to develop your website, but your first question, what do you include on it? Okay. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. This is a really, really important piece of advice for you. Keep it extremely simple. Keep it extremely simple. Like you hear the KISS acronym, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, keep it simple. Why? If you try to make your website complicated, here's what's going to happen. You're going to create this website. It's going to have all kinds of cool stuff on it, but it's going to be so complicated that it needs to be updated all the time. And in a month from now, you're going to have to update it. And you know what? That's really great at first. But most often what happens that I see happen is someone edits their website and then they don't edit it again for 8 months. And it's all of a sudden outdated and they can't even use it anymore. Keep it simple. I keep my website simple so that I don't have to update it daily or weekly or monthly even. I can update it once a year or twice a year. And I've got all my stuff on there. I don't have something that's like recurring that I have to simply keep updating. So that's my first piece of advice. Keep it simple. Okay, so what do you include on it? Do you want a blog? Well, I don't know if you want a blog or not. But that's something you have to update. So when I say keep it simple, like I wouldn't start with that because you don't want to have a blog post that's like your last post was 4 years ago and someone's looking at this. Okay, so keep it simple. Resume, things that you're only going to update a few times a year. Basic information, your contact information about you, your resume and sample work. Things that you can go in like twice a year, once every quarter, maybe once a year. Update it and bam, your website is updated. That's it. You can see mine. Very simple. I have an about me right on the home page. I've got stuff about me like my these are all just links to my resume. I just broke up my resume into different parts. But you can see I have my actual resume for them to download, and then they can see my publications or presentations. And these are just some external links, things that I play around with. But you figure out what works for you. My biggest piece of advice is keep it simple. Then once you've got your content in and you're ready, it's developed, test it on multiple browsers and everything to make sure it's working. Make sure it looks nice on the mobile device, because a lot of people are just going to see, like, click on your resume email and look at it from their mobile device. Just assume that. So please make sure that template that you choose from your service works on mobile and computers. But that's about it. It does not need to be complicated. You just need to have one. Have some sample works. And one question I am asked is like about portfolios from graphic designers, instructional designers. Hey, I don't really have anything, or should I use my class projects? Make sure you're not using anything real from a company. Just develop some sample stuff and get it up there so that you have something nice, because people do want to see it. You have to have some kind of portfolio. But make sure you keep it simple. You don't want to put like bad stuff up that you're going to be embarrassed of in 6 months. Make sure this is your best quality work that you have up there, because this is your chance to show off. Like, someone's going here, like, they want to see that you've done this well. Like, make it good. Like, impress us. Impress the world. Like, impress everyone with this portfolio. Like, that's your goal, is to get a job with it. So make sure you like it. It looks good. Thank you very much.